Default, oh, built-in microphone, okay. Oh, now we have sound. Okay, welcome back to Patty's Ponderings. We have sound now, which is good. We've been streaming for a little bit now with no sound. I am trying to get Amber on the line. She is here, but I'm just trying to figure out how to get her on the picture. So we're going to do this. And I think now we have sound. Okay, and then I can, oh, there you are. Okay, let me get you kind of centered in here. I don't know why I need to be in this picture down here with this. I'm trying to like get rid of myself, but it's weird. What if I do it this way? And just, there we go. I don't know. Okay, Amber, can you say something just to talk? I can barely hear you. I think I need to also get sound for you somehow, but technology. So, oh, what a crazy day so far. Like I said, I've been kind of weird all day, but that's okay. Oh, that's... I can hear you through this, but I don't know if we're hearing you on here. We can see you, and people are already watching, and it's kind of creepy and scary and all that stuff. I'm gonna go get an option. Because it should be audioing. Let me try and add one more audio input and see if that helps. No, it's not gonna do that. Okay, 1 second. So I have another audio option here. Try out. You look stunning. Yes. I love your hair. Now I think we have too much sound going on, but that's okay. Gosh, I just feel so clocked. Clocked. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Yeah, thank you. This is odd. Oh! I think I know what to do. Alright, so I'm going to try one more thing here. And we'll try this. I feel so ill-prepared right now, and a lot of people are watching, and they can. Okay, so no one can hear you though. That's really weird. All right, I'm gonna call you right back. So hang me up on there. Oh. Okay. Y'all don't need to see my history of who I've been talking to, so we're gonna kind of disconnect that part. Okay, I'm gonna try one more thing here to get Amber, and it's being stupid and all that fun stuff. So how is everyone doing in the quarantines? It's going to be interesting, that's for sure. Last week we had a Meet It To Go box, and that was kind of fun. I'm going to have Amber on in literally just a moment. Just need to reconnect with her to get this going. So just one moment. And I know we're streaming and all that stuff, and it says episode 1 still, but you know what? And I forgot to put nails on. It's been like a weird day, and I need water, but that's okay. Oh, come on. Go faster. My computer's being slow and weird, and I don't know. And I see my friends are online who have the essential jobs, which is, it's kind of fun to see that. Oh my gosh. Technology is not being my friend right now. Okay. We're going to go here. And we're going to get Amber. And we're going to call her back. And do this. And it'll be fine because, these are really pretty earrings. I haven't had a chance to wear these yet. Tora Yurovich. Got these from her. I like them a lot. It's just fun. And okay, so I'm going to delete that. And I'm going to do another video capture. Oh. Hello. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hear me?
I can hear you. I don't know if
Yeah.
our friends can just yet, but we're gonna get that going in just a second here.
We will figure it out.
Get another screen. Oh, I think they can hear you.
They can?
I think so. They can hear you because I can hear you on the phone and I'm talking to somebody.
Hey.
We're gonna get a window capture going here and put that on here. And
we're being very responsible with the corona. We're doing this virtually.
Okay. And we're going to...
Oh, there goes my earring. So we got it?
No, oh. Yay! There you are.
Yes? Oh my god, yes!
Hi. Okay, I'm just making windows bigger or smaller, and I'm gonna. Oh, perfect. Okay.
So interesting with this.
So I think they can hear you. They can hear you. I can hear you. It's all good. So.
Hello, sis.
Hello, honey. It's been a while. How are you feeling?
Huh?
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling excellent, amazing. I'm in a little bit of a stall right now with my weight loss. It's been 3 days. I haven't lost any more weight. But I'm down 42 pounds.
42? That's insane.
Yeah. And I had the surgery on the 4th.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's been, a fun, an interesting journey for you. I think, yeah, you're a little choppy, but they can see and hear you and stuff, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. And I'm kind of
Earrings
trying
are
to
not
center
going to work, I've
myself.
decided. So you're not getting earrings. Sorry.
You know, it's okay. I'm not wearing fingernails.
Same. And I didn't shave my arms.
I didn't
They're
either.
very natural.
But no one's going to see them.
Right.
So, gosh, I wish you weren't just choppy on the live stream. But I'm not sure how else to.
I wonder if we tried my iPad. I got it up and running here.
No, it's not you.
Oh, okay.
I do have one other option I can try here that would require me calling you back again. But
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna let Amber go really quick and bring her back in just a moment.
Okay.
Okay. And we're just gonna do it this way. And kind of. Are you loud enough? I don't think. There we go.
Yes. Can you hear me good?
I can hear you. I don't know. This is weird. It's like it's just trying to hold you up. It's kind of funny. Wow. Oh my gosh. It's. Oh wait. What did I just unplug? I just unplugged something. Um. um. This is not working. Because it keeps doing stuff. Done. But I don't think anyone can hear you, which is weird. I don't. Well, see, okay. So I'm trying to. I can hear you. But I don't know if our fans can hear you because it's through the iPad speaker, which is down here somewhere. But I'm trying to like hook it up to this and hold it here.
Can y'all hear me?
So the other way we had it, they could hear you, but you were choppy video-wise, which wasn't you. It's just because of the way my program is running. So I don't think that was the. Now I sound choppy. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, I have a fan on because I'm sweating to death. And then that ceiling fan is going. Okay, I want to try one more thing. Okay. Okay, so, technology is so weird, but, oh my gosh, I love you. We're going to go back to this because it actually worked better.
Okay. Can you hear me better?
I can hear you. I'm hoping that our fans can hear you. I'm just going to, I don't mind the choppy video as much, I guess.
I think that you can add me onto your live instead of calling.
Well, see, I'm multi-streaming with stuff, so it's difficult
now it
to.
Looks like I'm on.
I'm just gonna, I don't mind do that. So anyway, I can hear you.
Oh yes, you can hear. I'm watching. You can hear me.
So okay, we're just gonna do it like this then, and so yeah, just the video might just be a little choppy for you. I mean, I have two versions of you where I can see and hear you. So, but our fans online may not see you as well, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But you're still gorgeous, and no matter what. So I'm gonna do. I have my cards here, and I'm gonna do a reading for you first.
Okay.
Just so people can get a sense of. Now I have 3 decks that we can use. I have Healing with the Fairies deck. I have my Angel deck, and I have my Oracle, my other, my Zen Osho Zen deck, which I love. Which that's the one I'm probably going to use for you right now.
Okay.
No one else has really asked for one, but I just might just give the readings away. People can ask a question on the live and go from there. So if you wouldn't mind just thinking of in the back of your mind of a question for me or for the realm above or whatever. And I might actually need to, because since I'm doing the shuffling and all that stuff, I will need to know your intention first, just so I can get that energy going. So, what you thinking?
So, trying to think of something good. So, I'm gonna say about my job, maybe working from home and stuff like that. There might be overtime, but they may make us stay a month, and that would really be crippling to me financially. So, because I would just get base pay, no overtime, and I really need it. So that's my thought. I'm hoping that happens.
Okay. Well, let's just do a past, present, future for your job and see how that goes. And because I'm sure a lot of people out there are probably thinking the same thing with theirs. So this is going to be a 5-card layout that incorporates different things. Hi, Jeffrey. It's good to see you. And my Lady McNeighbor is watching, and I see Miss Gay Arizona America is watching, and Jorge, and
oh, okay. Now I can see the comments.
Yeah, and that's you
I
can
figured
see
it out.
Oh, good for you. Okay, so basic 5-card spread here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the first card is the past, present, future. That's the first 3 cards, and the second 2 cards I did are kind of like explainers type things. So the first card that I pulled for the past was change.
Ooh, that's pretty.
You know, and I love these cards too because they are so gorgeous. So change.
Girl, that could be a tattoo.
Oh, you know what? Wait, some of these would make excellent tattoos, and so that would be fun. So change for a past part could mean so many different things. One of which that I really can, you know, we've all had to change in the past week or so that could be pretty much what's telling us. But there is a bunch of change, and you've gone through some change at your job too, so that's, you know, and it's ever evolving and all that stuff. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So here's,
mostly good stuff though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, and you know what though? And the one thing I do want to mention about the cards and stuff, some things may seem negative, but honestly, don't think too much about that. There's a lot behind everything, and things can be misconstrued, but at the same time, you know, it's my interpretation of what I see. So, but even if there's something negative on here, it's not always a bad thing, you know, because even in the traditional tarot deck, to get death or something is not technically negative, you know.
Yeah.
It's about change. So this is the present, and I have maturity for you.
Purity?
Maturity.
Oh, maturity.
So
also maturity?
you know, and this, you know, it takes a lot of maturity to do stuff from home and on your own. A lot of people do work from home, and it takes a lot of perseverance and being able to follow through on what you're doing and all that stuff. So that makes a huge difference. And so I feel that that's a very positive thing. And then to look out for is awareness. I love this picture. It's just so pretty. I could make this into a tutu.
Oh, yeah.
But it's being aware of your surroundings and what's going on around you. And so I think that that's something that we all can do as a whole right now, is to just be aware of where we are and go from there. A couple things to watch out for is clinging to the past. So be careful about that. A lot of us have to be careful of clinging to the past a little bit, just because it's we know where we've been. We don't know quite where we're going, but if we hold on to too much of what's bringing us backwards, it can actually take us in the wrong direction. So be careful of that, and then also be careful of the burden. There we go. Sometimes we take on too.
Which burden?
Well, here's the thing. We take on so much that we don't need to take on. And that can be so... okay, Sergio, I gotcha. And that can be very... you know, I'm thinking right now a lot of us are just taking on too much. And it's hard to break away from that. So just a little couple things to just think about there.
Well, and that is too because like everybody's so bored, I think.
Exactly.
And like I went to the and sometimes I feel like people need to like remember that we will go to work sometimes. So like all these projects that you're getting started, you might not have time for them once you go back to work, especially when, you know, you have to catch up on your work.
Oh yeah, but for those who can't work from home and all that stuff, I don't know if it's fortunate or unfortunate in my situation. I mean, like I talked about, I've been technically out of work already for a while, so because I'm prepping for a new position this summer, and it's kind of neat to do that. But at the same time, we're in I'm actually working with the choir still, and the Phoenix Gay Men's Chorus. And it is, I couldn't say that last week because we hadn't changed the name yet.
Oh.
But
you did say it though.
Last week I said Phoenix Metropolitan Men's Chorus.
And
then we had a big announcement on Saturday. Well, the big announcement was we changed our name to the Phoenix Gay Men's Chorus. So, because we get.
Wasn't it that before?
No, it was actually Grand Canyon Chorale or something. It was.
Oh, okay.
It's been, but we've never had the word gay in the title, in the chorus. And because of that, I'm wearing an Amber Rains original. So, and you're wearing an Amber Rains original.
You know what this is?
It's probably
this is
like
2
a
yards
tablecloth.
Of fabric with a hole in the middle.
Oh, I do that all the time. It's the easiest thing to do. It's like, okay. I did that. I wore a bunch of purple, and I had a piece of material and I was at when we did Miss Copper City America, and I had a bunch of different stuff going on that day. I had bingo to host, and then I went over to the pageant and did that, and I basically switched around my wrap 5 different ways and had 5 different looks. It was hilarious. Oh. I had people in stitches.
It's like that black dress.
Exactly. Oh my god. Yeah. It's weird. All right. So now I'm going to do something for me. If anybody who is watching right now, I see quite a few people are watching. If you do have a question, post it in the comments, and I would love to give you some words of wisdom and some things to think about, and go from there. So, hi Corey, hi Megan. I'm waving at all of you virtually. So this is for me though. I'm going to do a little spread for me as well. So the first card is, I'm going to draw them out first. Basically, I'm going to do the same kind of reading I did for you. My first one, the past is clinging to the past. So I got the same card. I did shuffle these, which is interesting.
That happens. Sometimes there's a theme because my best friend, she does readings, and sometimes when everybody's in a group, how weird that is, sometimes similarities can pop up like that. It's so strange.
Yeah, when we were at I did some readings last spring at our little circus arts festival type thing, and with the choir, and it was funny because I was using one of my decks that just one card kept coming up almost for every single person, which had to do with having fun, and that's where we were, and so it was kind of fun to have fun like that. All right, here we go. Cut it, and here we go. So this is.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I know. This is the source, and I love this card just because, to me, this card reads that I need to stay focused on what is centering me right now, and being able to do that, it's really difficult. I'm a very impatient person, and to have a couple things here and there that aren't copacetic with what's going on in the world and everything else. And so, but it's weird that like when I'm waiting on this job interview, and the jobs that I've had 5 interviews, and each one of them has
the same one?
No. Well, no. I'm 5 different schools basically. But each one has basically given me an offer, which is really, really fun. But each one has basically given me an offer.
That's a lot to decide, though.
I wanted to pull up YouTube as well to see if there was any comments on the YouTubes, but nothing there yet. So that's good. So my future. Ooh. The mind.
Ooh, you'll be using it.
I will, as a teacher, I will be, but I'm going to need to focus on making sure I'm sharp as a whip for these little chillins.
Oh, honey, they'll test you.
Oh, I know, and that's one thing that each time I interviewed, that was the biggest thing. It's like, how would you handle this situation, or tell me a time when this has happened to you and how did you handle it, in regards to disciplinary stuffs. And I mentioned to one of my dearest friends last night. We were on a little chat like this, and I said the America system has really helped me with that interview process, because I basically was told that all of the times these last week, the interviews that I've done have been so wonderful. So this was kind of fun to kind of get that
That's
feedback.
so good to hear, because interviews so hard. It's really hard.
It is. No, it is difficult, but I want to thank, the American system, especially Daniel Ekstrom, who's the promoter from Miss Gay Arizona and Western States here, because I've worked with him so much. And, it's taken some time to grow and all that stuff, but it's kind of fun. So, a couple things. This is an interesting card for the world right now. Postponement.
Ooh.
Things are on hold for so many things, and a lot of times we have been waiting for and like, how long is this going to last? How much time do we have until things kind of try to get back to normal? And that's an interesting concept to deal with. And then this next card is for my overall well-being, and it's the Master. There it is.
Oh, that's pretty too.
Yeah. To me, the Master, I have to be my own master. Sometimes I have to find out what is guiding me and what that direction is. And I think that once I'm able to do that, I'm going to be able to just be the master of my own fate, basically. Because we really are. We are the masters of our own fates. So it's very interesting. So
it sounds like don't be afraid to take control, even though it might be uncomfortable to do so.
Exactly. So I pulled out a second deck. This is the back of the card, and I love the butterfly.
Oh.
This is my fairy deck, and my FAERIE deck, my Fae deck, because I love nature and all that stuff, nymphs and sprites and all those things.
Yes.
And so this deck has always been fun to play with, just because it is more of a playful type deck. And
like lizards and turtles too. Oh, I love turtles.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Lizards and turtles are fun. So this is for you, Amber, since I'm still not seeing any. Are you seeing any comments? Like people actively commenting?
The last one was Sergio Silva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's just us then. That's okay.
We have people watching though.
Oh my gosh. This card. Whenever this card comes up, I get so excited for just everything, just because this card comes up for me all the time, but it reminds me of what I'm doing in life, and that's awesome. It's to make music.
Oh, yes.
And I love this card so much, just because it really is who I am, and it just encourages me to get out and sing and do stuff and make that music, and being a choir teacher is going to be my dream and all that stuff, so that's kind of fun. Well, Amber, they want to know what you're drinking.
It's Gatorade Zero. I answered, but it's Gatorade Zero with water and ice cubes. So it's half Gatorade Zero, half water with ice cubes.
Is that your lunch?
Really a hard drink. She said, Anita said, making sure, girl, I would be on the floor drunk trashed if I had a drink right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, you've been sober for...
I don't even know how long anymore. September 4th was my first day sober.
Yeah, that's awesome. And also the fact that, you know, with after your surgery, that I'm sure that would make a difference as well, because you have to metabolize it so much faster.
Yeah, and you know, everybody knows, when I would drink, I would drink to the point of blackout. Like, I would drink until everything was gone.
That's what I did last night. So.
Well, you know, sometimes you just gotta escape. Now I have to go for a walk.
Yeah, and I just need to lie down again. Okay, so this next one is Self-Reliance.
Ooh, she's modest. I love how modest she is.
You know, I've had to help myself this last few months and just be aware. Oh, I love this one just because it really is going to speak to me. Will speak to being able to now. Of course, I'll be doing high school, but
oh, girl, bless you.
Yeah. But still, you know, just to have that innocence of youth there and just be able to do that, it's going to be exciting, and so that's good. And then finally, awakening my true self is going to be something that I can get excited about and go from there. So, Miss Hutt, I could talk about Type Cup. And would you mind giving me some water? So
I was saying there's pee in it.
Yes, and just water. I think would be great. He's not going to pee in it. So I love these, and so now I'm going to reshuffle and pull some for you.
Okay.
And go from there. So you've not been getting out and walking and doing your exercising and all that stuff, which is awesome.
Oh yeah, girl, I have to walk at least once a day for a long time. Today I walked for an hour.
Wow, and you just open the door and just start going?
Well, my mom is here to watch, but the funny thing is today, so I was like, oh, I've walked all around my neighborhood or whatever, and I live on 21st Avenue and Thunderbird, so it's kind of by the I-17. And so I was like, oh my god, like, I hope I'm not, like, accosted by, like, a homeless person, because there are some homeless, like, down by the I-17. So, but I wanted to go, like, a different walk. I wanted to go on an adventure. So I totally went down Thunderbird towards the I-17, and then I realized there's no more sidewalk right there. So I, like, literally had to walk, like, next to the fence on the highway for, like, a good half a mile. And, like, I'm like, I look like a homeless person. Like, this is what I get for thinking bad thoughts.
You do anyway.
Yeah. I mean, when I'm not in drag, and sometimes when I am in drag. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I made it home.
That's okay. That's all good. Okay, so for you, I want you to internalize a thought, and we're going to try and do this, and it'll be fine. And here we go. So I'm going to let you interpret these.
Okay.
The best that you can, basically, of what you're thinking, and I'll give you my thoughts, but your first card is peace of mind.
Okay, does that represent the past or anything?
Actually, it doesn't really represent a past, present, or future type of spread. This just represents what you need to hear right now.
Yeah, I guess I know what that means. Like, okay. Basically with this whole surgery, you know, it's, sometimes I feel like I need to, like, calm down a little bit, because it's weird. It's like the most powerful tool that you've ever had, you know what I mean? But sometimes I'm like, oh my god, the fear of just failing, like I did 2 years ago, is just so, like, on my mind. I want to do better than anyone else, and I know I'll be successful because my heart's in it. But sometimes I'm stressing out, and like not having food. You don't realize you're addicted to food sometimes until you stop eating it. And girl, like I have been moody, and I just need to chill.
Chillaxing is kind of a thing that I think everyone needs to do.
Yeah.
It's because it can be, and I think it's like I saw a meme the other day. This is Earth's way of telling us all to just go to our rooms and think about what we've done.
Right.
And that kind of does make sense. All right, so next is your inner power. You have, for you, I feel you have so much strength, and it's something I've admired for so long, because you as Amber, I've really admired just because of your tenacity and your ethic, and then but as a male, you just really inspire me. So I just know that you have a lot of that strength inside of you. So thank you for sharing that.
And it's like, sometimes, like, I hate saying, oh, I've done all this and that and gone through so much, because, nobody wants to, well, I don't want to be, like, look at me and look at how great I am. But, like, I have kind of overcome quite a bit, and sometimes I don't give myself enough credit for it, and just because I don't want to be self-righteous or whatever. But, I had a terrible drug addiction. I moved out of a really rural and homophobic town. I have made a lot of my dreams come true. I became a drag queen, which was a dream. I bought a house. I'm getting thin. Like, I'm not drinking. It's I need to remember, that I'm strong.
You are very strong. And then you also have some positive expectations.
Ooh.
I think this speaks volumes to what you just talked about. To be able to do that as well. So fine. And then your last one is, I think visualization is very important. Have you ever done a vision board? Have you done anything like that?
So this is a funny story too, because my best friend does read. She's like a spiritual hero and all that sort of stuff. And she had a vision board party, and I totally missed it. So I've never done one, but I almost did one. I really want to do one.
Vision boards and all that stuff, it just can help you focus and to know what you want in the future. Because, people don't realize that once you're able to, you can manifest your own destiny. Manifest destiny, that's like a thing. But we all have the power within ourselves to manifest whatever we need to make things happen. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
But I like this deck. Just to show you a little bit of the artwork. This is not all of them have to be female, so that's kind of fun. I love this card just because this is hot.
Romantic partner.
Romantic partner. He's like a knight in shining armor.
I'll take one of those.
I'm sure we all would. Okay, and now my third deck is my Healing with the Angels. I love this deck. This is so pretty. This is the back of the card. And I like this one because it's also really cool and silvery and stuff. It's kind of fun.
Yes.
But Doreen Virtue. Yeah. Doreen Virtue is the one who came up with these cards and the healing decks and stuff, and they're very interesting that do that. So, still nobody. If anyone else have a question, go ahead and ask. We have about. I'm going to go. A little past 9. Thank you so much for those who are watching though, because it means a lot to me.
Yeah.
I appreciate and thank you to you. My friend Veronica Chase from Tucson also wants to be a guest, so hopefully
Yes.
I'll be able to figure all this stuff out so we can get a proper. Oh, okay. No, Sergio, I'm not going to charge you, sweetheart. Um, I'm not going to charge anybody tonight. If you want to donate, that's great, but I'm not worried.
Girl, it's Corona. It's Miss Rona is in the air. We all broke.
Exactly. So, Sergio, you want to know a little bit about your love life, so we're going to do the angels for you and see what they have in store. So, let's see what's going on here. So, a little shuffle. Concentrate on you. Sergio was one of the trio who actually has a matching outfit like this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So Luna Levy is his drag name. So, and although right during the show when we did Priscilla Queen of the Desert, not only did Amber make all of our divas costumes, we were very grateful for that. But I kind of adopted him and our other diva as my divas, so that's kind of fun. So,
yes.
Sergio, this is for you.
Now you can see my backdrop.
Now you have a fun backdrop too. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, so Sergio, this is for you. First one is you got the Archangel Michael,
which has also been known as being very sexy.
Oh yeah, I love this. But the Archangel Michael, that's a very interesting one to get, just because Michael is a protector, and having one of the archangels protecting you is a huge, huge thing. And so you kind of have to be thankful for that. So that's kind of cool. So I feel you're going to be protected and all that stuff, whoever you do find. Wow. Oh, love this one. This is nature.
Oh, beautiful.
And I love this one for you just because it speaks to about how you are able to move forward and in a natural environment and look to just letting things happen out there. So that's very interesting to have that there. Because a lot of people look to the wrong places. I'm not saying it's wrong to go online and do all the Tinders and the Snap horrors or whatever that is. But I just think that sometimes nature needs to follow its course as well. Because, my grandparents, they didn't have those things back then. And, my parents and all that stuff, it's things can happen for you. So, I just, people have found love online, and that's wonderful, and I'm so grateful for that. But I think for Sergio, this is just letting me know that nature is going to help take its course to help you with that. And then have some freedom with what you're doing. Be free. Don't limit yourself to one. I'm not saying don't be monogamous or polyamorous or whatever. But be free to explore what's out there, but don't get discouraged. And as far as that can go, this is also, I just said, go out there and explore and have that freedom, but stay. And this is a very fitting card too, because there's a couple there in the picture, but being able to just stay still and focus is also very important. So I'm going to do one more clarification. I want a clarification on that last card. And I pulled the dream card for you. And this card always tells me that, what you can imagine can happen and anything is available to you. So, oh, that's really hitting. That's good. That's very good. And the one thing that I've always stressed about cards and readings like this, it's not about a lot of people are very standoffish about this kind of stuff, and they don't, and I think it's mainly because they just don't understand that it's not an evil thing. It's just about, that's why I love these decks, just because they're healing decks. They're not meant to have any malice and all that stuff. And I just feel that the energy around me, around everybody, we don't listen enough to it. We don't listen to what's around us. We take so much for granted, and I think this time of reflection for everybody having to stay in is can be very discouraging and very hurtful. It can be very negative for a lot of people right now. So, but texting, a phone calls are back in apparently. Doing this, it's like getting on, doing a little live chat with your friends. A lot of people are using those platforms right now just because we can't see each other in person. But at the same time, it's about keeping those connections there. I love my dad, and we have a very good relationship, but we don't talk very often. And occasionally, like every couple months, we'll just start texting each other a couple things like, "Hey, how you doing? Okay, just checking in," And but we don't. It's just not something that my family and I just don't communicate as much as we should. I'm a very reclusive person in general. So this is nothing new. So
right.
It's like, I've been preparing this forever. It's just like, okay, I'm pretty good at it, so that's good. But I'm excited for new adventures that are coming up and all that stuff. So I'm going to leave Amber. I'm going to leave you with 2 more thoughts. I'm going to pull 1 card for you. I just want you to walk away with this. And I just want you to, I haven't looked at it yet, so. Oh my gosh. Intensity, yes. I love this card. I would love this as a tattoo.
Yes.
Although I probably will never get a tattoo, so that's okay. Intensity. You, to me, this card to me means that you're kind of intense.
Hello.
You are.
Yes. No.
And you are not afraid to speak your truth and be. Sometimes people can think you're too much to handle, type of thing.
Right.
But I think that's one of your strengths, actually. You just exude that intensity that, I love watching you perform because of you being able to be so intense when you do perform. And I watch a lot of performers who I admire that just really can just bring me to tears because of their performance in a good way. One of which, like Masquerade, whenever she does a ballad, one of her Whitney numbers, I will just, everyone is so transfixed with that.
You can't look away. Yeah.
You can't, and you
that's
cannot.
That's an entertainer when people, when you look around and people are just watching.
Exactly, and another national person who can really do that is Tommy Ross.
Mm-hmm.
She is able to. Oh my gosh! Just with one look, and like she, when you go up and tip her, she looks you directly into your heart, and just performs to you, and it's just so. And even though there may be 500 people, and I'm going to pull one more card for myself, which is no. Okay, I did pull this card, but not quite sure what it means, so I'm going to pull a second card for it. It's traveling. To Puerto Backyardia? I don't know.
Yes.
So I'm going to pull a secondary card just to help explain it. I don't know what's going on with these cards right now. Something's wrong. So, hang on. Sometimes something just kind of goes haywire. It's kind of weird. So, this is the card that I'm going to focus on for me because it is so true. You are not alone. Because, you're not alone. We may seem like we're shut out right now and away from each other, but we're truly together as we're still here, we're still around, no one is truly alone. And so that's really awesome. So, Amber Rains, I just want to say thank you so much for being you and taking the time out of your Friday night to...
I was not doing anything. But yes, I would...
You busy?
We were watching Wheel of Fortune.
I love Wheel of Fortune. But thank you for doing this. And those of you watching, thank you for being part of keeping Patty's Ponderings alive. And while technology can be so overwhelming sometimes, it can be a lot. So, Amber, so much thank yous. Is there any thank yous and mentions you'd like to give?
No, well, just thank you. And summer I've decided it's just too damn hot. Maybe at home or something. But I'm gonna come back, and I'm excited to have new costumes and show everybody what I'm gonna do. And I have a pool, and people are invited to come swim.
Oh, good. And with the liveness and of everything, but then it's almost like a proposal, and then you have to say yes. Otherwise, people will just think you're kind of a nasty little witch.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and ask anyway.
Okay.
Are you available in possibly the first weekend of June, if Muskie, Arizona is still going to happen, to be my dresser again?
No. Yes.
No.
Sure.
Because
I love dressing people.
Oh my gosh, and you are, because I've trained you really well. But you understand pageants and how they work and all that stuff. I mean, and this is just a piece of advice. It's nice to have your friends there to help with things, but if you're competing for anything and you need a dresser, get somebody who understands how pageants work, because
and also somebody, not to interrupt you, but also the thing that I've always heard, because I've dressed a lot of people, is that my energy is very mellow. And I always make sure that being an intense person, I always make sure that I am very just mellow and I'm encouraging, and when they come off stage after talent, I'm there, yes, good job, but other than that, they don't need somebody that's, I've seen so many dressers like that, and it drives me crazy, but I'm not going to say anything because, girl, I'm competing, but that's what you need to find, is somebody that's going to be just...
I'd be good, very intense back there, but as long as you have that mellow calmness about you, that helps anyway. So thank you so much.
Uh-oh.
And
it's blanking out.
Okay, yeah, I'm about to, the computer's about to die, so it's all good.
Oh.
Anyway, I love you lots. And
well, Mom says she loves you.
Oh, I love your mom. She's awesome. So thank you everyone for tuning in, and thank you Amber Rains for being our guest tonight. And we'll see you next time on Patty's Ponderings.